Welcome back. Augustana University named a new director of athletics back on April 6th, and he's in our studio today with David Brown to talk about the adjustment of moving back to Sioux Falls. David?
Thanks, Kelly. Here with Josh Morton, new athletic director at Augustana University, and you're barely moved in. You've been here for about, what, 10 days?
Yeah, 9 days in. Started Monday, May 7th, so it's been running fast since then, but it's been great.
Boxes unpacked, settled yet, or still
Maybe not.
Boxes?
No. Right now I'm solo. My family will join me here in about a month, but yeah, it's been a lot of work, so I haven't had to worry too much about my boxes.
Now, obviously, this is sort of the time of the year where the season's running down, but you've got a lot going on. Baseball's obviously in the Central Region Tournament. You've got golfers at the National Championship in Houston, track and field athletes in the next couple weeks. So what are your duties like initially as the spring sports season?
Well, it was great because in between meetings today, I was sitting at my computer, so I got the baseball game up here. I'm following on my phone. I'm following women's golf down in Houston. So those are good things to be doing as an athletic director, and I credit we have such great coaches and staff that have put our teams in position to be this competitive nationally. So it's been great. I'll actually go down to Houston and join women's golf here for their last 2 rounds of play down in Houston. So I always look forward to spending time, with our student athletes. We have 3 seniors who we had a special graduation ceremony for last Sunday. Really cool. It was just terrific. Three great young women who have done wonderful things for Peggy Kirby's program.
Obviously, once the end of May hits and the sports season is officially over, what are sort of your duties during the summer? Is it a get acclimated period, or are there things that you can take care of that maybe you can't take care of once the sports actually starts up again?
Yeah, exactly. I think you're always planning for next year, right? And you always want to make sure that everything is ready for the fall, and football being the big kickoff for really the whole university. So you want to make sure everything there is as it should be. But I've really said the first 3 months for me is a lot of listening. I know it's not really flashy, but really have to listen, learn, and see where things are at with the department, learn about the culture at Augustana, and learn about our people. So that's really going to be, and now once our seasons wind down, which hopefully baseball will finish up June 2nd, and then really start hitting on that.
Are there any specific goals that you have in mind, or like a checklist, or is it just sort of like
ask me in 3 months?
Okay,
Seriously, ask me in 3 months. That's my goal, is to take these 90 days and to really listen and try to figure out. Obviously competitively, we're in a great place. Our head coaches have put us in a place where we're winning. We're doing great things in the NSIC and Division II. Academically, when I look at the numbers for academic post-grad scholarships and academic all-conference, it's pretty amazing. And I know the community service that we do. So it's getting a handle on that, and then just kind of going forward in 2018-19 and seeing what we can do.
Obviously, you're not immune to the chatter. You've heard varying opinions from both sides on whether Augustana should stay put in Division II or possibly move up to Division I. Is that something you might assess during the summer when you have a little more time?
Well, the president's been really clear about, we looked at Division I as an institution 12 years ago. It wasn't the right time. But now we all agree that it is time to look at, as an institution, where are we at? Where do we want to be in 2030? And I appreciate her vision and her energy towards saying, let's talk about it. And it's not going to be something that's done off in the corner in isolation. It's going to be a campus-wide conversation. So yeah, I'm sure that will continue through the summer, but there's certainly been no decision made. Sure. And I think the president's been very clear about making sure it's an inclusive process for the whole Augustana community and for Sioux Falls.
But Division I is a discussion.
It's part of the discussion of the university in the context of the whole university, because where does it fit in with her plan and our plan as a university for the next 10 to 12 years? So it's part of that. So it's not on its own island. It's a part of the whole. We got the 3 A's: athletics, academics, and the arts, which are all very strong, and they all tie together.
Sure.
And so the Division I conversation is part of that.
Obviously, you went through something similar when you were at the University of North Dakota about 6-7 years ago. Does that experience sort of give you an idea of certain factors you need to look for if you're going to take that jump?
Well, I think so. I think it gives you a different perspective, because when you live through something like that, and with the other schools in the region too that have done it, there's certain things that you encounter maybe that you didn't expect. So I do think my experience, good or bad, it helps the conversation, because I've lived it, and I know a lot of others who have too.
obviously a bunch of different things going on around campus. What do you look at in terms of facilities? I know a lot of people, when a new athletic director comes in, facilities is one of the things that kids are concerned about these days. That kids, they want the best and the brightest and the cleanest and the shiniest. So is there anything facility-wise specifically that you're looking at?
Yeah, we're excited. The track complex, which has, we're excited because this is a facility project that really doesn't just talk about our 400 student athletes. It will impact the entire student population at Augustana and really the community too. When you look at the opportunities, there is no indoor track complex in the city of Sioux Falls. And we want to have that with a seasonal dome approach that would be able to host track meets for middle school, high school, obviously for college too.
Sure.
And help our, Tracy Hellman, our track and field cross country coach, has done a wonderful job with that program. And he's been able to do it without having great facilities. So it's a big sport. I think we had 94 student athletes on our roster, so it's a large sport. So that's an actively fundraised project that we're putting a real plan together for the first time to get it done.
I know you said ask you in 3 months about what you want to accomplish during the summer. Let's go last question, a year from now. Where do you want to be a year from now? Or do I have to wait?
Fair. You got to ask me in 3 months.
Or do I have to wait to ask you that?
No. Hopefully by then we've won more championships. We've had more post-grad scholarships. We've dominated the NSIC all-academic team, and our student athletes are out in the community. That's for our department. But then, for me, I just want to be in the Sioux Falls community, and not just in Augustana, not be around those borders, but get out in the community. We feel like we're the premier institution in the city of Sioux Falls, and we need more people to come to us on a Saturday afternoon or a Friday night at Sioux Falls Arena. So that'll be a big part of what I'm going to try to accomplish here in the first year.
Well, first of all, get settled in, and then try and accomplish all those goals.
Yes, thank you.
All right, Josh Morton, new athletic director here at Augustana. Kelly?
Thanks so much, guys. We look forward to continuing to work with Josh here at Midco SN. Coming up after the break, it's an ongoing debate, but who is the GOAT, MJ or LeBron? We challenge some Sioux Falls Lincoln baseball players to teammate debate. Hear who they think is the greatest of all time next.